Hello and welcome to the Christmas week edition of the Market Update. I am Ricky Walters.
He's the mortgage wise guy, wise guy.
And as I said, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone. We got some shocking numbers from the QCEW last week, which is produced by the BLS. So the QCEW stands for the Quarterly Census of Employment and Wages, excuse me. And of course, the BLS is the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which gives us the job report at the beginning of each month on the first Friday of each month. And they also come out usually about 6 to 9 months later with the quarterly census. So it's also produced by the BLS. But what we've been getting is the BLS will release the job numbers of how many jobs were created, and then they'll revise it the next 2 months almost every time lower by an average of roughly 60,000. Then after they revise it lower, the QCEW comes out 6 to 9 months later. So this is for the period, as you can see, of the middle of 2024 through the middle of 2025 and showed that initially we have 1.9, almost 2 million jobs fewer than what was originally reported on the initial release. And then after their couple revisions, 1.5 million. So what does that add up to? Well, if we go on the initial job report numbers, that's 78% of the jobs were never created, or 73% after they revised it a couple of times. That's a total of 1.19 million jobs overstated in the birth death model. What's the birth death model? Well, the BLS attempts to computer model the birth death of how many jobs are created or lost by small businesses. During the same period, we see that private payrolls, ADP is saying this is the weakest area of the job market. So it's really in conflict. Well, from January to June, only 28,000 total jobs were created, and this weakness has accelerated since. So what we're expecting in the second half of the year, once these come out in the future QCEW, is probably going to show job losses. And in the face of this, we've been seeing and hearing from many of the Fed members, and most prominently, our Fed governor, the Fed chair, Chairman Powell, has been saying we have a solid job market until just very recently he's been changing his tune. Why is all this important? Because if these numbers had come out initially correct instead of being vastly overstated, we would see much quicker action by the Fed to lower the overnight federal funds rate, and we would see much lower interest rate on mortgages. So the good news is this is going to catch up. They are going to make policy based on the real numbers as we go forward, and good times are coming when these numbers come in. Not good news for people looking for a job, but if you're not looking for a job, this is going to help the mortgage market. It's going to help the real estate market. And so, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. We will see you next week before the new year. Have a great one, everyone.
He's the mortgage wise guy, wise guy.